a little disappointed that you came out of an open day and saw that much?
You know, a little bit because I thought the guys were ready to play their best game. You look at the week. Obviously, the open week was more focused on getting healthy and just focusing on Clemson. Then we flipped the page to Syracuse, and man, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday practice. You know, the way they handled the adversity. It was loud in here. It was deafening in here. You know, they handled the communication well. We tried to show them every twist. You know, known to mankind and preparing for all the movement. So I anticipated that they were going to come out and play a little bit better. And you know, just it's a challenging time for them right now. I think the guys, you know, probably are carrying too much pressure, putting too much pressure on themselves, especially on game day. And us as coaches, we just got to find a way to help them just, you know, cut it loose. You know, I think a lot of the guys are trying to play perfect, you know, because of just the state that they're in right now. They don't want to make a mistake, which forces them to make a mistake as opposed to playing free. So, you know, that's probably the only disappointing thing is they didn't cut it loose based off of what we saw leading into the game.
Tony, that being said, how can you guys, I assume the coaching staff is talking about ways to kind of maybe take some of that pressure off, not to be perfect. How do you go about doing that?
You know, just first our demeanor every single day, trying to lead by example, making sure that we're, you know, presenting an inside-out mentality, and then just challenging the guys to block out the noise. You know, I think this is a different year for everybody in college football with some of the outside distractions that have come in. Not saying or using that as an excuse, but you know, I think a lot of the young people are dealing with a lot more than they may have dealt with in the past, and trying to balance that and manage that. You're seeing a little bit of that, but you know the good thing is the guys still continue to play hard. You know they haven't splintered. You know they're more unified as a team. They're aware of the issues. They understand the things we got to get correct. They don't want to go out and make mistakes. We got to find a way to transfer what we're doing in practice to the game, and that's probably the biggest challenge that we have because the last several weeks of practice we've had really good preparation, and between the time we break practice on Thursday and the time we kick it off on Saturday, we're just there's a little bit of a disconnect there that's resulting in just there's some good things. Guys are doing some really good things, but on offense it's all 11 being on the same page, and that's where we're struggling. We'll have all 11 for about 2-3 plays, and then we'll have one guy that has a critical mistake that sets the drive back, and then now you can't recover from those things.
When the coaches are feeling that pressure too and disappointed and trying to get things going, is it easier said than done for you guys to project fast and loose and happy and
I think for us in the business, we understand everything that comes with it. The biggest challenge is just trying to find the buttons to push with the players. I think the way the program is set up, especially for the staff, is we're very inside out. It starts with Coach Sweeney, and he's been positive and energetic like he always is. At the same time, he challenges us, demands us to do our job at the highest level. So it's just this unit here is just a different unit than we've had in years past. Not quite as many vocal leaders, whereas coaches we got to step in and help, and you're starting to see like a DJ is becoming like his play's improved. DJ's each week has played better. It's just the guys around him have not quite played consistent enough for us to collectively do what we're capable of. So, biggest thing is just go back to work. Bring that energy every single day. Make sure that we're challenging these guys, but at the same time, showing the potential and the positive. Because right now, everything that they're probably hearing from the outside is all negative. So we got to get them to cut that out and just stay inside out and focus on what they can control. And what they can control is how they perform.
How do you balance maybe wanting to take some shots and want to go downfield, but then you set up well at second and 3, and then you try that and you're taking it out of the whole crowd?
Each game you want to try and put the ball down the field. Make the defense respect it and back it up. And we knew they were going to play some coverage, and so there weren't going to be great shots down the field. And we took a couple, and obviously the one in the second drive there, J. Ross catches that 9 out of 10 times. And that's a big play. And I think when you have a big play there, then your confidence all the way around, is boosted. But you got to continue to call the game, and try to take the safest shots you can, put it down the field when you can, and get some one-on-ones. We had some one-on-one balls down the field. There was another one to J. Ross on that 3rd and 16 when we overcame the snap that he makes that play. I believe 9 times out of 10. It's just right now that one keeps showing up. And then we had another one there. in the 2-minute drive to Ngata, where actually the quarterback probably should have checked it down to the tight end and took the 5 yards, got the first down man, but he put the ball exactly where it needed to be placed, and we don't make that play. So it's just a challenge of trying to help them. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, they got to help themselves just by going out and executing and making the plays.
From a pass protection standpoint, do you feel like they're holding up on them?
You know, if you go back to Boston College, I thought pass protection was really, really good, and I didn't think we were going to have as many problems because we've seen the odd structure, you know, multiple times this season. But it was just some one-on-one matchups, you know, and guys got to win their one-on-one matchups. And, you know, anytime you play that odd structure, especially when they're blitzing and they're coming off the edge, they're going to put guys on the island. That's what everybody in college football is doing nowadays. They're just trying to get, you know, 5-on-5 and see can you win a matchup, and then maybe every once in a while twist and pick guys. And the 2 sacks that we gave up, you know, were just guys getting beat one-on-one and not winning their matchup. So got to continue to call it, but we got to help those guys from a technical standpoint. And again, one's a young guy, and then the other one was a guy that hadn't played in 2 weeks, you know, first game action. So not making excuses, but we got to evaluate the film and help those guys get better. But we're going to keep our confidence, man. We're going to keep you know, chugging along. We're going to put the ball in the air, you know, until we start making those plays. And then in the meantime, at the same time too, also have things that once we aren't in rhythm, I got to do a good job of trying to help us get in rhythm.